Welcome to the Soccer Tavern, where we're discussing the history, culture, and philosophy of the beautiful game. My name is Dave, and in this video, we're talking about the history of Snohomish County Football Club. Pull up a seat and let's start the discussion. Snohomish County FC, which I'll shorten to Snoco FC, is located in the northwestern part of Snohomish County, Washington. Specifically, the club plays in the Smoky Point area of the county. Smoky Point is about 40 miles north of the city of Seattle, which is located in the far northwestern part of the United States. The club currently play in the Western Washington Premier League, or WWPL. The WWPL is a regional elite adult amateur league connected to FIFA via membership with Washington State Adult Soccer, U.S. Adult Soccer, and U.S. Soccer. The United States doesn't have a true soccer pyramid, and there are technically no divisions below the three fully professional divisions, but the WWPL is likely the equivalent of a fifth or sixth division if U.S. Soccer had a proper pyramid. Snoco FC's home ground is the Dick Cardinal Stadium on the campus of Lakewood High School in North Lakewood, Washington. As you can see from our photo, the school was recently rebuilt in 2018 and a turf surface was added to the stadium. The stadium was originally erected in 1983 and it holds about 2,500 people. Snohomish County has a population of about 900,000 people at the time of recording, and it is the most populated county in the entire United States without a four-year college. So soccer players must move away to play at higher levels. Snohomish County FC was formed to offer a place for locals to come home and play soccer at a high level. In January of 2017, a Name the Team vote was held online, and Steelheads was voted as the top choice in a very close vote. Steelheads won the vote 53% to 47% over the other choice, which was Cedars. The club played friendlies in 2017 and 2018, increasing the level of quality of their opponents and the number of matches. It applied to join the WWPL in July of 2018 and was accepted in for the 2019 season. The Steelheads made their league debut on April 27, 2019 at Wilson High School in Tacoma against Tacoma Narrows FC. Snoco FC won the match 1-0 on the road. The club would go unbeaten in the league and win the league title in their first full season. Snoco FC was started by players, and then a general manager and a head coach were brought on board as the club structure was filled out. The Steelheads were assisted by supporters who donated $2,000 to get the club going in its early stages. We've already touched on the club's nickname of Steelheads, which came from that January 2017 online vote. The steelhead is the state fish of Washington, and they swim in local Snohomish County rivers. Additionally, the nickname honors the memory of those lost in the Oso landslide of 2014. This horrific landslide killed 43 people who lived on Steelhead Drive in Steelhead Haven before that neighborhood was wiped away by the terrible accident. The Steelhead nickname honors those victims. Other nicknames for the club are the Fish, Snoco FC, and Snohomish County. All three of those last nicknames should be pretty self-evident. The club's crest is a circle with the club's name along the outside ring of the circle and a steelhead fish on the inside of the circle. The club's colors of orange, black, and tan are featured prominently in the crest. The orange color represents one of the most popular lure colors for catching steelhead fish. It's also a color that represents excitement, energy, and a bold sense of purpose. The color black was chosen to balance against the orange color, as black warns outsiders that danger may be ahead. Lastly, the color of tan represents the colors found on stream beds and beaches. It serves as a reminder that steelhead fish are extremely adaptable and able to survive in both salt and fresh water. It's a very unique crest, and I particularly like the hexagonal scales on the fish. I'd like to highlight 5 important events in the club's history in this section. In April of 2017, the club debuted in a friendly at South Sound FC. The Steelheads only had a few trained players on hand and no coach for the match. Snoco FC took a surprise 1-0 lead on a goal by co-founder Andrew Escalante. Unfortunately, it would be the only positive on the day as the club lost 11-1. The result solidified that they needed to find a coach. The next event I want to highlight is them finding that coach in May of 2017. Dagan Kesim agreed to come on as head coach that month. The club saw an immediate turnaround with their organizational play, but results didn't exactly come right away. Flash forward almost a year, and the Steelheads began their second season with a 2-1 away win to Grays Harbor Gulls in April of 2018. That result showed that the club can compete and travel, as the match was 4 hours away from Smoky Point. The next event I'd like to highlight was in May of 2019. Sunoco FC traveled more than 5 hours this time to Salem to play USL 2-side Portland Timbers U23s. The Steelheads had a goal called back, and they eventually lost that match 2-1. Though the club lost, it was boosted by the team's performance. It would be the club's only loss of the 2019 season. And the final event I'd like to highlight here came in July of 2019. The Steelheads played away at top of the table Crossfire Redmond. Snohomish won the match 1-0, which put them above Crossfire and into first place in the table. A few days later, the Steelheads officially won the WWPL League title when all matches became final. Steelhead supporters are part of the Founders Club, which has members around the Pacific Northwestern part of the United States, all over the United States, and even some international members. Founders donated $100 for lifetime passes and inaugural scarves to support the club. The farthest away Founders came from Hong Kong, which is more than 6,500 miles away from Smoky Point, Washington. The Steelheads feature local players coming up in their careers or players coming back from pro or college careers. The club's goalkeeper, Dorian Lair, was the starting goalkeeper for the Cascadia national team's debut in the state of Washington. The Cascadia national team made its CONIFA debut in 2019. One other player to highlight here is John Troca, nicknamed Ginger Jesus for good reason, as you can see here. He is a standout defender who has also worked in the summer on an Alaskan fish trawler. At time of recording, the club has only had one manager in its history, Dagan Kesim. Kesim was a former professional footballer in Turkey in the Galatasaray system. An injury unfortunately ended his career early, but he came to the United States and formed Gala FC, a youth club which now partners with the Steelheads. Kesim has unique and innovative soccer systems, and his defensive scheme helped the Steelheads only surrender 8 goals over 14 matches in the 2019 season. Snohomish County FC is still too new to have any real rivals. The Steelheads do have clubs that they admire and would someday like to be rivals with, such as Bellingham United. That is a successful outdoor and indoor soccer club located about 50 miles north of Snohomish County FC. The stats and records we're about to discuss here are as of September 2019, which is when we are recording this video. The Steelheads have spent 1 season in the WWPL. The club has 1 major trophy, that 2019 WWPL League Championship that we've already discussed. The Steelheads' record first-team appearance holder is forward and team co-founder Andrew Escalante, who has about 30 first-team appearances. The club's record goal scorer is Rio Alcorta, who had 8 goals in 2019. Sunoco FC's clean sheet record holder is Dorian Lair with 3 clean sheets. All 3 of those record holders for appearances, goals scored, and clean sheets are still active members of the club and will likely add to their tallies in the future. And a few less interesting facts about Snohomish County FC. The Steelheads gave up 11 goals in its first ever match. 3 years later, the club only gave up 8 goals over an entire 14-match season. And lastly, the club's Hex 2019 away kit was selected to be sold at classicfootballshirts.co.uk, which was quite an honor for the club. You can see the shirt is very unique and worthy of that selection. So there you have it, a bit of history on Snohomish County Football Club. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section below the video. Thanks for stopping by the Soccer Tavern. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers.